Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really honing in on something specific for you, your Pisces horoscope for tomorrow, May 17th, 2025. We want to move past, the usual vague stuff.
Right.
Our mission here is to unpack what's actually going on astrologically and give you insights you can, actually use. We've got your forecast, so let's dive in.
Yeah, it's a really interesting mix for Pisces right now. You've got the sun in Taurus, which is all about stability in certain life areas.
Great.
But that's bumping up against Mercury retrograde in Gemini, which brings, that quick thinking, but also potential mix-ups.
Okay, let's start with the sun in Taurus then.
Yeah.
The horoscope mentions shared resources, intimacy.
Yeah.
So money you handle with others, trust in relationships, those really deep bonds. It sort of feels like a push to make sure those are solid. What's the angle?
That's it, exactly. Taurus loves security, but with Mercury retrograde happening at the same time, hitting your daily routines and how you communicate. Any weak spots in those shared areas, like finances or trust, they could become, more obvious. Maybe an automatic payment you forgot about, or expectations in a relationship you haven't actually talked about.
Oh, okay.
So it's not about building totally new things. It's more about checking the existing foundations for cracks, reinforcing them.
That makes a lot of sense. And the Mercury retrograde in Gemini, yeah, we know that one. Tech problems, things getting lost in translation.
Classic culprits.
Their horoscope specifically flags potential hiccups in your day-to-day, like errands, maybe even keeping track of appointments. So double-checking everything sounds less like advice and more like a necessity.
Absolutely crucial. And think about it with Taurus wanting that tangible security.
Right.
These little Mercury retrograde issues might actually shine a light on where your current systems aren't working so well. It's a good time to streamline habits, but maybe not the time for a massive overhaul.
Just refine, not rebuild.
Precisely. Now, thinking about love, Venus is in Gemini too. That usually brings a bit of curiosity, maybe some flirtation.
Ooh, interesting. But wait, how does that work with the Mercury confusion? The horoscope hints at old feelings coming back, maybe crossed wires.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
So gentle honesty is probably the best bet.
Definitely. That Gemini curiosity might make you look at past relationships again, or maybe see someone in your friend group differently, like the horoscope suggests.
Okay.
But Mercury retrograde can really cloud things with nostalgia, or you might just misunderstand someone's intentions. Open, honest talk is key. Try not to just drift into wishful thinking.
Right.
And if you're coupled, getting vulnerable, like having those real heart-to-hearts, maybe starting a creative project together that can really strengthen the connection, especially if communication feels a bit fuzzy.
And for single Pisceans, that familiar face popping up is possible, but yeah, trust your gut, not just the fantasy. Good advice.
Yeah.
Okay, switching gears. Career and goals. Taurus season pushes for teamwork, long-term stuff.
Yes, it favors that steady, stable progress. But the Mercury retrograde warning about signing new deals or launching big things before June, that's serious.
So hold off on anything major.
Exactly. Instead, it's a great time to tackle unfinished projects, or clarify boundaries at work if they've gotten a bit fuzzy, lean on people you trust.
Makes sense.
And interestingly, an old idea, maybe something creative you shelved, could suddenly seem relevant again. Keep an eye out for that.
Okay, finances always come up. Venus and Gemini, does that mean wanting to spend money on fun stuff, social things, maybe art?
That's the vibe.
Fun.
Gemini likes variety, stimulation. So yeah, maybe social outings, beautiful things, even spiritual items.
But that's about
But with Mercury retrograde, impulse buys are way more likely to lead to buyer's remorse later. So caution is advised.
resist the urge.
Try to. It's actually a much better time to say, review your joint accounts, check your insurance details, look over any debts for mistakes.
Practical stuff.
Very practical. And hey, decluttering your space. Sometimes that can free up cash if you sell things you don't need anymore. Little bonus.
Good call. Okay, health and wellness. Pisces are sensitive anyway, right? Taurus grounds things, but that sensitivity is still high.
Very much so. Emotional balance is really important now. Things like meditation, journaling, or just spending time near water, your natural element, can be super helpful.
Yeah, water's always good for Pisces.
Definitely. And Mercury retrograde can sometimes dial up anxiety or just make you feel tired. So simplifying your routines, staying hydrated, basic but crucial.
Keep it simple.
And gentle movement like swimming or Tai Chi or expressing yourself creatively like painting or music can be really soothing too.
So putting it all together, the main message feels like go with the flow, trust your instincts, and use this period to review things rather than make massive changes.
That sums it up really well.
And we've got lucky numbers for tomorrow, 7, 12, and 19. Your color is seafoam green. The pro tip seems to be, use this retrograde energy. Revisit old creative ideas, gently work on healing past emotional stuff, or reconnect with your spiritual practices.
And that actually leads to a really important question for you, Parsees, to think about. With your naturally empathetic nature, are your boundaries strong enough right now? Are they protecting your energy? This is a really good time to look at what might be draining you and, well, edit it out.
That's powerful. So wrapping up this deep dive for May 17th, focus on communicating mindfully in relationships. Streamline those daily routines. Be smart with money. It's about reflecting and taking gentle steps.
Yeah, and maybe consider how that steady Taurus energy can help you strengthen your inner foundations, giving you a solid base while your mind is doing all this reviewing, courtesy of Mercury retrograde.